Hello everybody, it's Emily from Emily Loves London, and today I am doing my Christmas children's book guide. So for all of those of you with kids or nieces or nephews or people you love that are small and cute, this is basically the best Christmas books that we have for kids that I absolutely love. So yes, let's get down to it because it's a big list. So first of all we have Christmas Treats, and it's written by Enid Blyton. It's got a 4.4 on Goodreads. It's published by Hodder. 352 pages long, which is always important with kids to say how long the book is, because if the book is quite daunting for them, they will not pick it up at all, because it is a big job to tackle to actually read a really large book for a lot of kids, but for some kids it's absolutely a doddle. But yes, it's always good to consider that when you are buying books for kids. So this story is basically a collection of 29 Christmas short stories done by the fantastic Enid Blyton, who is absolutely amazing, and I love everything I read of hers and have since I was a little girl. The Mallory Towers and the St. Clair's Girls, they were two of my favourites, and I really loved the Secret Seven and the Famous Five mysteries. It was just fantastic they were to read. Next I have the Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher. This has a 4.33 on Goodreads. It's published by Penguin. It's 384 pages long, and it's basically the adventures of a boy on Christmas Eve with a dinosaur. So yes, for those of the kids that you know that love dinosaurs, this is definitely one to get them. They will absolutely love it. It's an absolutely beautiful, just heartwarming Christmas story. You should definitely grab it. Next I have Father Christmas and Me, and this is by Haig and Chris Mould, and it's got a 4.22 on Goodreads. It's published by Canongate. It's 288 pages long, and it's basically Father Christmas is having trouble with the Easter Bunny, and things are not going well. A very jealous bunny, I should say. But it's a fantastic story, and it's his new one in his Christmas series of stories. The Christmas story before this that Matt Haig and Chris Mould did is called The Girl Who Saved Christmas. This has a 4.21 on Goodreads, and obviously it's published by the same publisher. It's 352 pages long, and it's basically about Amelia, who wants Father Christmas to be true, and because she's not sure, and obviously there's a lot of, oh, maybe he's not true around, but actually Father Christmas needs her help to save Christmas, so she is extremely excited when she gets to help him. And the first thing that Matt Haig and Chris Mould did in their Christmas series is called The Boy Called Christmas, and it's got a 4.18 on Goodreads, published by the same publisher, and it's 266 pages long. It's basically about Nicholas, who is a simple boy who just wants to follow his father on his trip, but things don't always go his way, and he follows him even though his father says stay home with your aunt, who is horrible. And basically he tries to find him, but along the way he ends up in Eltham. And helps them out. So it's a fantastic story. I read it last year for Christmas, and it was so cozy and warm, and I absolutely loved the way the illustrations complemented the story. It's a great one for kids. Next I have The Wolf Wilder by Katherine Rundell, and this has a 0.02 on Goodreads. It's published by Bloomsbury. It's 256 pages long, and it's basically about the Russian army who is threatening Theo's way of life, who instead of taming animals, she trains them. Her family trains wolves to be wild to survive, which is a very interesting concept, and it's beautifully written, and I absolutely love it. Next we have the Polar Bears. I can never say this name. The Polar Bears Explorers Club, and this is written by Alex Bell. This is something I read in November. It's a beautiful story. It's got a 4.3 4.30 on Goodreads, published by Faber and Faber. It's 350 pages long, and it's basically about this girl who desperately wants to be an explorer, but her father is an explorer, and the society her father belongs to is not exactly welcoming of women, and even less welcoming of little girls. But she pursues it, and they let her go on the exploration to the Icelands, but in that time she gets split up from her father with a few of the other children that are on the ship, and they have to make their deadline by heading a different way to get to the ship before it leaves, and they have no transport home. It's a fantastic adventure story. I absolutely loved it, and the very few illustrations that were in there were absolutely stunning and beautiful, and I would love to have them as prints. They're just absolutely amazing. But yes, you should definitely check it out. Next I have Mistletoe and Murder, and this is by Robin Stevens, and this is actually the 5th in her series of Murder Most Unladylike, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to read the first ones first, but if you are a series person who loves to read series in order, that's absolutely fine. This has a 4.46 on Goodreads. It's published by Puffin, and it's 354 pages long, and this is basically the story of Daisy and Hazel, who solve crimes together, and they are off on their Christmas trip to Cambridge, and a murder happens. You'll sure have to find out to see what happens next. Next we have Hetty Feather's Christmas. This is by Jacqueline Wilson, for all those Jacqueline Wilson lovers. This has a 4.35 on Goodreads. It's published by Doubleday, and it's 240 pages long, so not too thick. Basically Hetty and Matron are butting heads again. I don't know much about the Hetty Feather stories, actually, and I grew up with a lot of Jacqueline Wilson. I read, oh my god, now it's totally going to blank me, but my favourite was Tracy Beaker, because I used to watch Tracy Beaker on TV, and I absolutely loved the books. They were fantastic. So yes, this is a good Christmas story for you. Actually, I should say, Jacqueline Wilson, I would like a Tracy Beaker Christmas story. If we could make that happen, that would be amazing. Next we have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This has a 4.03 on Goodreads. It's published by Puffin. It's 160 pages, and basically this is the classic story of Ebenezer Scrooge, but condensed. Obviously it's a lot bigger than what I'm telling you. But this is a bridged version for children, which is a fantastic idea, because I think those classic stories get lost with children, because obviously they are very dense to read, and they're very fat, and their old style of writing can be quite daunting, so it's nice that they've made it accessible for children. Next we have Dr. Proctor Saves Christmas, and this is by Joe Nesbo. It has a 3.92 on Goodreads, published by Simon & Schuster. It's 368 pages long, and this is part of Joe Nesbo's Dr. Proctor series, and basically Lily and Lisa have to save the holidays, and apparently this series is absolutely hilarious and great for lovers of sort of Tom Gates and Diary of the Wimpy Kid, so this is definitely one you should check out. Next I have Christmas Dinner of Souls by Ross Montgomery, and this is a more sort of, for the kids who like R.L. Stein and the Lockwood Mysteries and Skullduggery Pleasant. This has a 4.15 on Goodreads, and it's published by Faber and Faber, and it's 240 pages long, and basically Lewis is the kitchen boy, and he is working at a Christmas dinner, but there are more than at this dinner, basically. So it's a very weird and odd story that looks really, really interesting. Second to last, we have I'll Be Coming oh, I can't say anything today. I'll Be Home for Christmas, and this is by various different authors. This has a 3.73 on Goodreads, and it's published by Stripes. It's 384 pages long, and this is for all the YA people who do not have that much Christmas stories. I have to say, we do not have much YA Christmas stories, but yeah, this is a collection of YA Christmas stories written for the YA lovers. Also, if you wanted something else, Rainbow Rowell has just produced a book of 2 short stories called Almost Midnight, which is absolutely fantastic as well. So there's 2 there. If you are a YA person and you want something Christmassy to read, check those out. But last but not least is absolutely my favourite that I've read out of all the Christmas stories, and this is Father Christmas's Fake Beard, and this is by Terry Pratchett, and I was so excited for this, and it has so lived up to every one of my expectations. This has a 3.92 on Goodreads. It's 208 pages long. It's published by Doubleday, and it's a hilarious, and I do mean absolutely hilarious, collection of short stories about Christmas, from just the ridiculousness of Christmas, but also adding in some modern themes to it as well. So it's a fantastic collection. If you are not that much of a fan of Christmas stories, but you love something funny, definitely go grab this for Christmas. It's definitely amazing. That is all my favourite Christmas books that you should get for children. If you are in need of some suggestions, let me know in the comments below what your suggestions would be for kids books. Obviously I didn't include any picture books because I have a separate video for that. I hope you have a fantastic day. Give this a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you again soon for a new video. And if you are new to my channel, click subscribe, and you can see more of me talk about books, films, TV shows and comics.